He has declared him. That's John 1:18. So we notice in our study about the Gospel of John that the Gospel is divided into four main sections. The prologue or the introduction, then the book of signs that deals with miracles, dialogue, and teachings, then the book of glory, and the epilogue. The epilogue is the summary or the concluded comments. So we are now studying the book of glory. Why chapter 13 and 14 and the preceding verses, the book of glory? What makes these two chapters considered as the book of glory? Anybody? In the first place, what do we mean by glory? God's glory. Okay, God's character. Okay. So when Jesus claimed the 7 I am, it claimed his glory. He claimed his character. He claimed his divinity. So what are these 7 I am? I am the bread of life. I am the light of the world. I am the door, the good shepherd, the resurrection in the life, the way, the truth in the life, and the last, the true vine. So today, we deal with the way, the truth, and the life, one of the 7 I ams. So the study started in chapter 13, right? If you have your Bible, chapter 13. John chapter 13. This is all about the coming of, or the day of Passover. So Jesus and his disciples, they were in the upper room, and they have to experience, or they will have an upper room experience. And it started with what? It started with the ordinance of humility. So Jesus stand up. So he got up from the upper table, took off his robe, wrapped a towel around his loins, poured water into basin, and began to wash the disciples' feet and wiped them with the towel he had around. So Jesus started washing disciples' feet. What's the common tradition at this time? So when they arrived in the upper room, they look at each other because they are expecting that somebody, a servant or a slave, to wash their feet. But nobody stand. So Jesus got up. So he washed the disciples' feet, and it come to Peter, what Peter say. So this is the story or conversation between Jesus and Peter. So Peter he don't like to wash his feet. But Jesus said, if you don't, you are not my partner. You don't have no part from me. So Peter said what? If you wash my feet, please include my hand in my body. Right? What does that mean? What Peter mean? He needs cleansing of his entirely, right? But Jesus said, if you're done taking a bath, washing your feet, you're already considered clean. Okay. Then next, what happened? Here comes Thomas, the query of Thomas. What Thomas is saying here? What is the query of Thomas? So Jesus is telling that he will go away. So in chapter 14 it says, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. So this is the starting, the query of Thomas, where are you going? Right? Where are you going? Meaning, if you're going, you go to the way. So Jesus declares that he himself is the way. Then here comes Philip. What's Philip query? In chapter 14, verse 1 to 3, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in me. You believe in God, believe in me. In my Father's house are many mansions, homes or room. So when Jesus say Father, Philip pick up the word. Show me the Father. So what Jesus replied? Philip, you have been with me for a long time, but still you don't understand, right? If you have seen me, you have seen the Father. Did Philip pick up that point? What Philip wants is to see Jesus face to face, or he wants to see God the Father in person. But Jesus, the incarnate, God incarnate, God in the flesh. So what is important here is not my countenance or my feature, but my character. Okay? Any input? Any question? Okay?
If you can remember, or if you were here when I do the sermon, I specifically highlighted this John chapter 14, verse 1 through to 4, because this is the sandwich. The sandwich. If you notice this promise, it's sandwich. There's a bread, and then there's something on the middle, and then again it's the bread. Right? And he said here that do not let your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. And then here's the meat of this sandwich promises. He said that my Father's house must many room, and if that were not so, would I have told you that I am going there to prepare a place for you. And then the lesson for this week lesson highlighted that he said here that if I go, I will come again and receive you, myself, and that where I am, where you may be also. The promise here is well explained by the writer of this lesson here, that most certainly the promise is certain that it's going to be happening. So for us as a Christian, we must hold on to this promise, the sandwich promises of Jesus Christ. And if you are still searching for the truth, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And at the end, it says, you know the way to the place where I am going. That's the answer to the question of Thomas. But it's highlighted here most certainly that the writer says that the promise that Jesus is coming again is certain.
Okay? Any more?
Yeah, in a completely different book, but in Genesis, I mean, he wanted to see the Father,
Okay?
right? With his own eyes, in his
In person.
in his person. 7 says, so God created man in his image. That's not plural, that's singular. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And so you have God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit all present, but it is singularly Christ who's doing the creation, who's doing the creating in his image. So when Christ says, when you see me, you've seen the Father, meaning they're one in purpose, they're one in mind, they're one in divinity. There is no difference if I show you the Father or if I show you the Son. I am God. I am He who created me.
Okay. Okay. So what happened in the story in Exodus? The same with Moses. He asked God that I want to see you face to face. I want to see you in person. And God said, no man can see God, can live. Okay? So what happened? He told Moses, look, just look on my back. And God passes in what Moses saw. His glory, loving kindness, merciful, what else? Long suffering. Nah, okay. Roger.
The reason, I think one of the reasons why Thomas asked Jesus, show us the Father, show us God. And
Not-
Jesus said,
It's Philip.
it's Philip, not Thomas. It's Philip, yeah, sorry. And then, because, remember, there is during the Roman Empire, the teaching in the universities or whatever is God is indivisible. Right?
Okay.
They have Zeus, they have Jupiter,
Mhm.
they have, there is a teaching there. And because they heard of this, that God is invisible, cannot be seen by, but we have a record in the even in the Old Testament, we have a manifestation of God, pre-incarnate Jesus, that showed himself in the Old Testament. Right? Remember with Abraham, with the 3 Hebrews in the fiery furnace. And here, the problem with the teaching here is that they think God, because of the invisibility of God, they are believing the timelessness of God. Timeless, when you say timeless here about God, is not about He is eternal. Timeless means He is not affected or is not experiencing time, space, something like that. That is timeless in theological terms. But the point here is that for them, God can never be seen because He is timeless. He is not affected by human affairs.
Okay? So God is not bound
Well,
of space and time. Before anything else, He is already,
you don't think this is the Platonic theory?
yeah,
The Platonic
okay.
theory about the timelessness of God?
Okay, any more input, Rini?
Yeah, Kuya, I just want to include this when you said Jesus showed God's character. Even in his prayer, I have revealed you to all men. Jesus said when praying to God. So if you have seen Jesus, you have seen God's character, not the Father's character. So this refutes many theologians that it was God the Father that killed Jesus on the cross. That refutes it. So, if you have seen the Father, you have seen the Son. It's full love. There is no violence. When Jesus was on earth, you don't see any violence that he has done.
Okay? Any more? Okay, shall we have a quiz? Okay? Shall we start with a quiz? You ready? Lesson 10. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Question and answer, true or false. there are some questions that maybe you can answer truths. Okay? But there is no such thing. Jesus claimed, I am the way. Without him, we are lost. True or false? True. By that question, what that it implies?